Guys, welcome back to another episode of Redstone Tutorials. This episode we're going to be going over repeaters, inverters, and transmitting redstone signals vertically, not just horizontally. So, and if you remember from the end of last episode, redstone can only travel 15 blocks before it just basically burns out. So this is the last piece of redstone that's powered. So this redstone repeater, this will repeat the signal and give us another 15 blocks. And then we go to where the signal stops, which is 15 blocks later. We take out this block of piece of redstone and we put it in the repeater. And this will let us transmit the signal infinitely if we keep on just doing that pattern. So this is a pretty basic concept. It's really useful because, I mean, you're obviously going to have to, for most redstone builds at least, you're going to have to repeat a signal. It's not going to just be like a 2 blocks until there's the power. So repeaters are always going to be used, and they have more uses, but that's just one of them. I might go over in just a basic detail of like another use for a repeater, but okay, so now say you have a house right here, and I'm gonna build this out and then pretend this is gonna be your roof right here, and you have lights in your roof, and you want a way that you can turn on the lights of your house from the ground, but to reach the signal has to reach these redstone lamps. So you're going to want a way to turn the lights on and off from the ground. So right here, of course, going to have our lever facing into, and now we got to extend this blocks down like so. And see, when you have a redstone signal going into a block, the block that goes into is powered. And when you put a torch on top of this, since this block is powered, the torch above it is then powered off. So right now this block is not powered on, but if we do this, and this is not a good place for it. So now we put this last block on top of there and turn that. And then we're going to connect this redstone just to these different redstone lamps. And this is just a simple, people call this a torch elevator, because it's going to elevate signal, so you have the power to turn this on or off depending on what the state of this lever is. Right now this is in the lever's in the on state, which makes these off. It just depends on the amount of blocks that's going up. Like if we extend this one more block, then we'd have to have the lever in the off state for these lights to be off, which would make a little bit more sense, but it doesn't matter. Just know that slash time. Actually, I can just do that. Okay. So just know that when you have a redstone signal going into a block, that block is going to be powered. And if you have any kind of redstone torch on top of it, it's going to be powered off, or not like that, like that. If you have a redstone torch, it's going to be powered off. So if we want to turn those lights on, we just do that. So I'm not really this bad at building. I just don't really. This is not really anything. So this now adds in a whole other element of redstone, which is hiding redstone. So if we wanted to hide this redstone, we could do something like this. Do you know how a pressure plate will transmit or not a pressure plate, we could just put a lever on the ground. That didn't work. I don't know what I was thinking, but we could just put this lever on the ground, and then we could dig under this. So once we turn this lever on, it works the same way as a torch. this block under it will also be powered, like that. So, off, on. So, we can do the same thing. Let me just dig this out for now. And this will help us hide our redstone, because normally when you're building a house, you don't want to have redstone showing everywhere. It just doesn't look nice. So, this off, on. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot, but does not matter. And do I have the last one right? No, of course not. Wait, I just need to turn this off for now. So now this makes a little bit more sense, because this is now the off position, the lights are off, except this one, which, oh, that's why I didn't put it right there, so I can't do that. I forgot that I had the light right there. Sorry about that, but it's no big deal. So, we have that, then block, torch, block, torch, and block, torch, which those are now off. And all of these are now going to be powered. We could put this block back, and we could fill in our floor. So now this floor will not be showing. And we could hide our redstone like this, and like this, and like this, and like this. Okay. So now our redstone is completely hidden. We could take, we could make walls out of this like that. But if we want our lights on, turn them on just like that. And you could experiment with different ways to hide your redstone. I'm not going to spend too long. Just quickly before we move on, I want to explain another way how to build a torch elevator. Really, really similar and really, really basic, but just in case you see somebody doing a redstone tutorial and you don't know what something is, if you have the same thing with them zigzagging, this is more of like a zigzag kind of tower, it does the same exact thing, it's just different, and some people use it for different things because it just fits better with their builds. So we could do the same example with the light again, except this time I'm not going to hide it. And now, whoops, just like this. There we go. And the light's turned on, light turned off. Simple? Okay, moving on. So, we did a basic inverter. This is inverter. I'm going to show you a different way to make this, which might serve a different kind of use. That's more for transmitting a signal. This can be for just having any kind of this will be just for anything that you might want to have a more, like most of the time, if your thing is going to be off, but if you would flick this for it to be on or whatever. But this goes off the same idea as if you have a redstone signal going into this redstone torch. So when you have this redstone signal, the block under it will be powered, which will invert this torch, and this block will not power anything. So if we go back and flick the lever, turn it on, and the light will be on. Fairly simple. This is going to be, of course, used later on in many other things. But for now, just know that if you have a redstone signal going into a block, any torch above it or below it will be powered. And that will invert, any torch above it or below it will be inverted or turned off. The last thing I wanted to do was show you another use with repeaters, more farming type. Like if you were going to have like a line of pistons that you were going to push out, but if you did this, this would just link up and you wouldn't power those pistons. See, I could add signal, all the redstone, but none of them are powered. This is where the repeaters come into play, because if you have a repeater, it will only go into this block. They will not link up. So if you had this, and with redstone going into all of them, they would all fire nice and equally. If you want to save on resources, you can do something like this. You can go back and forth between repeater, redstone, repeater, redstone, repeater, redstone, and repeater. So this will work the same exact way, except it's a little more uneven. If you can, I'm just going to go in front, so I might, here, let's see. See, they're a little uneven. Oh, and this one doesn't even reach the signal back there. You could of course use a repeater to continue that signal, but just know that this is a little more uneven because of the repeater. It causes a bit of delay. So the ones that with the a repeater is automatically a little bit delayed, more delayed than a redstone dust, which I could show you. This also now is repeater delays. So if you wanted a signal to last a little bit longer, or like it to take like a second or two to get to the input, then you could set a repeater on delay. So let's set these all. The more clicked back it is, which is with a right click, the longer it will take for the signal to transmit through. See, like that. This is on a 4-tick delay, so it will take 4 ticks until the signal is transmitted into the piston. So, which I'm pretty sure is 1/5 of a second, so it's not much. But here, let's just set this all to repeaters, so it's going to be nice and even with no delay. So just like that. And if we wanted, we could do something like this, where we could have repeaters all with more ticks of delay. So each one is 4 ticks, and so that will take a few seconds to reach there. This is going to be sort of useful in different types of timers and such, and even with clocks, just everything. You're going to have to really know that when you're making something with redstone, you're going to have to mess around with the delay to get it to work properly. This episode has gone a little bit longer than I planned. I explained a few more things than I anticipated, but I hope you understood that all. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more. See you guys.